Welcome back, gamers. This is Danny442 at the NintendoCade channel. I'd like to welcome everyone to the third in the series of my NintendoCade top 5 of anything in my game room that I thought would be interesting to show you guys. And today will be the top 5 most rare Nintendo GameCube games in my collection. So the Nintendo GameCube is one of the most underrated Nintendo systems ever. I do believe that it has a lot of hidden gems and also a lot of great exclusives for the system. So it's really a game system that many should rediscover, especially it is about now 2 systems back. Many people did not collect back then, and I took the advantage of actively collecting for the last 4 years. If you've been watching my channel since then, you know that I've been actively getting GameCube games, and it's been really cheap, and it's been going up in price lately because people are rediscovering the great games that are on the system. So I'm going to be starting off with a variety of 5 different titles that I believe are the rarest in my GameCube collection. So first thing off is a franchise that many of you know that I love and hold dear to, and that is the Legend of Zelda franchise. And I'm going to start off with the GameCube, the Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker. Now, the Wind Waker is a really fantastic game using shade graphics that they re-released on the Nintendo Wii U. Very beautiful game, and it really holds the test of time. But going back to topic, we have here also is the bonus disc with the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and includes the Ocarina of Time Master Quest. This was a bonus disc that was given for free if you pre-ordered this game, and I remember getting this after pre-ordering in Toys R Us as a freebie. It's a really nice thing that Nintendo did to promote the game back then. But these things are not very rare by any means. They are actually pretty easy to come by. But what makes it hard and rare is if you get this bundle here. This one has both sets of this that you saw earlier in one set. And this is, again, with the Wind Waker and with the Master Quest and the original Ocarina of Time. If you open it up, you can see both games are right there. And if you flip this book open right here, you can see you have both manuals. So this was given out as a part of a bundle when you bought the GameCube console at the end of the life cycle. It was a way to push GameCube hardware. It didn't really sell that well, so I guess Nintendo decided to add this game in there and made it an enticing offer for consumers to get. So this was not released separately, so that I believe that was what makes it high in value and also pretty hard to get. Alright, that is the first one. So as I go through the games here, you'll see it gets more harder to get and rare and also expensive as we go. The next game, many of you are aware because Nintendo recently released Fire Emblem Fates for the Nintendo 3DS. A really fantastic 3-game series. I guess to get the whole story, you have to play all 3 of them. Going back to the old days with GameCube, they had Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is a strategy RPG game, and this is, I believe, it's actually the first Fire Emblem game that I ever played. Of course, the franchise dates back even earlier than the GameCube, but this is the actual first one. Really cool. It was very different because I was very into traditional RPGs, and this now is to play with strategy involved. It makes it a little different. So really good introduction for me for this genre. But getting back to it, this game, at the time, Nintendo didn't really push this franchise very hard, especially like compared to nowadays with Nintendo 3DS. They already have 2 games at least on that system alone. This was really back before the GameCube was only exclusive to Japan, so they didn't really, like I said, didn't push this franchise too hard in the United States, and not many people know about it. So this game didn't really sell as much as it today, so that makes it one of the more harder titles to find with the Nintendo GameCube. Another title that that most people may not be aware of, and that is Phantasy Star Online, especially for the Nintendo crowd. This is the episode 1 and 2 plus. This is a Sega franchise, and what makes it pretty hard to come by, because the game's requirement to play this, this is an online game, and you have to get the modem or the broadband adapter for the Nintendo GameCube. And most of you may not be aware, back then Nintendo was very late into getting online, and you had to get those 2 peripherals to actually get online and to play this game. That makes it a little harder for the general public to just just plug in the game to just play. You could play this offline, of course, but with that in mind, that this game was very focused on online, it makes it not as enticing a game to play for the general public. So I think that's why it became kind of hard to come by nowadays. You open it up, it's pretty cool. It even has the access code here, so that tells you that that's what you need to go online. And unfortunately, these servers are down for this game forever, but good to know that this is like one of the precursors of Nintendo going online, and this is actually one of the few titles that can go online with the Nintendo GameCube. The next game is Atlas Cubivore, Survival of the Fittest. Now, the title in itself is very weird. You do control this cube-shaped animal. It is Survival of the Fittest if you think about the title, the subtitle. What you do is control this cube-shaped animal, and you kind of eat other cube-shaped animals as well. And you get stronger by that. So I don't know how to explain it. It's a really weird, quirky game. Nintendo. The funny thing was Nintendo published this in Japan, and I guess it didn't do so well, and so Atlas took the title in terms of publishing this game in North America, and that's how we got it here with the Atlas publishing logo here. So that's how we got it in the States. But this game, I guess from the title and the cover, didn't look really enticing for the general consumer to just play. So I guess it didn't do so well. That's why it's kind of obscure and rare. So this is one of the upper echelons in my GameCube collection in terms of rarity. So good to know that. Now, a month or 2 back, that I did make my first top 5 with Mr. Dude 206, another YouTuber, where I made a response video. I did mention this game here, that it is the rarest game in my GameCube collection. It's pretty obscure, and that is the Pokemon box. And this is a Pokemon organizer for Ruby and Sapphire. It does include the memory card 59, and if you look at it carefully, it's red and blue. I guess Ruby and Sapphire, of course, color respectively. What makes this rare, because this was made only exclusive for the Nintendo Pokemon Center, which is Nintendo World Store. Now, as of this video, the Nintendo World Store is called Nintendo New York, and that was only available there. So it did come in this cardboard box, where what makes it hard to come by, because obviously people throw these out, and because of this game is only available in one location, made it pretty obscure and one of the most expensive games in my collection. Also, the Nintendo GameCube library. So pretty stoked to know about that. And it's not really a game, that's the thing. It's like I said, it's an organizer. You can store, they said in the back, you can store about 1,500 Pokemon from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and how you store is through that memory card 59. So figure that. So this is the top 5, but I want to end off with something that I know this is only 5 games. I wanted to end it off with one more game that it's pretty obscure. You haven't seen it in the background in my in any of my videos, because I put this on the side. It is a big item. It is pretty obscure, so I guess this is a little extension. One honorable mention, and that is the Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. And this is a collaboration with our favorite company, Konami. No, that's just a joke. Obviously, you guys know about Konami, and then Nintendo. So both companies came together and they made Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. What's neat is the game itself is not rare by any means. It's actually the dance pad that comes with the game. The dance pad you use to, if you played any of the Dance Dance Revolution, you do need that to kind of match up with the arrows that go across the screen, and you dance along with the arrows to match it up and kind of follow the beat with that. The mat is kind of obscure because I guess people don't keep it, or this game was released toward the end of the GameCube life cycle, and I think not many of them were sold. I'm not too sure about that, but what's neat is also that this bundle I got a while back in the beginning when I collected GameCube, And the sticker is funny, it's still there. It's for $50. I did not get this for 50 bucks. I probably got this, I believe, like maybe $20. And I thought it was like, ooh, it's a pretty neat looking box here, and it's sealed. So why not? And to lo and behold, I realized that this is pretty expensive now, actually, getting complete box and sealed. So an honorable mention for my rarest Nintendo GameCube games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5 most rare Nintendo GameCube games in my collection. I appreciate a thumbs up if you especially like what you saw, and subscribe to my channel. That helps me out a lot. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where you see the latest happening in my collecting world. And as always, stay tuned for my next top 5, and I'll talk to you again soon.